In 2 seasons in Tuscaloosa, Kalen DeBoer has gone from Nick Saban's chosen successor to a target for many in the Roll Tide crowd. After 9-4 and 1-0-4 finishes, fan polls, talk radio, and social media have increasingly questioned whether he can meet Alabama's standard. A trend former Alabama quarterback Greg McElroy says ignores what DeBoer has actually done. McElroy believes the head coach deserves more respect. The ex-QB called out the double standards surrounding him compared to other coaches, pointing his finger at ESPN's list of top head coaches entering 2026. Here's where I have maybe the biggest issue with the entire list. And it's not because of where I went to school. It really isn't. I'm telling you, it isn't, Greg McElroy said on McElroy and Kubelic in the morning after DeBoer's getting snubbed on ESPN's top college football HC, entering the 2026 season. Kalen DeBoer is universally respected among his peers. Universally respected. Coaches all say, this guy is a dude. ESPN's list appears to weigh recent Alabama results and fan expectations more heavily than peer ratings, which helps explain the gap. McElroy pointed to DeBoer's playoff run at Washington, including a road win against Oklahoma after falling behind by 17 points, as proof he can win big in tough spots. He also pushed back on the idea that Kalen DeBoer simply inherited a powerhouse. By the time he took over in Tuscaloosa, the roster no longer looked like the title-contending unit fans remembered from Saban's peak years. When Saban retired, it only made it worse. 2 of Bama's best players, Caleb Downs and Julian Sayin, dipped to Ohio State. So, DeBoer had to go through this roster revamp course all alone with very little to no time. Across 11 seasons as a head coach, DeBoer has a 1-2-4-2-0 record, good for an 86% winning percentage. He won 3 NAIA national titles at Sioux Falls, then took a Washington program that had gone 4-8 to the national championship game. He is 1-0-5 as an underdog and has beaten top coaches like Dan Lanning, Steve Sarkisian, and Kirby Smart. McElroy also notes DeBoer is 3-0-9 in one-score games, a mark that shows he can close out tight contests. The ultimate proof of a media double standard comes when you compare DeBoer to Lane Kiffin, who's ranked 7th. Lane Kiffin went 14 years without a power conference-ranked win, Greg said. McElroy brought out the receipt for the disparity. DeBoer already has a 20-6 record against AP top 25 teams, giving him a 77% winning percentage against some of the best. Kiffin has a losing record of 13-24 or 13-25 against ranked opponents and literally went 14 years without a single power conference ranked win. All that, the media still treats him like the second coming of Jesus. Greg gave his final verdict. DeBoer had multiple last year and ended some significant winning streaks in the process. Those who support him don't have to search very hard for reasons why he's an elite coach. The evidence is right there. Inside Alabama, the next step is clear. If DeBoer wins the SEC East or reaches the playoff again in 2026, the doubts may fade. If he falls short, the calls for change will only grow louder. Trending articles. I'm an Uber Eats driver. Fired ESPN host gives sad career update. Ohio State's 5-star QB target, who visited Michigan 15 times, now trending toward SEC program. Will absolutely move on. Kyle Whittingham won't hesitate to cut Bryce Underwood and bring in new Michigan QB if required, per Insider. Want absolutely nothing to do with Texas Tech. Brendan Sorsby saga triggers bigger consequences for Joey Maguire and company. Pressure mounts on Ryan Day after Nike turns down Ohio State's bid for $1 million target report. The Post. Lane Kiffin went 14 years without. Former Alabama QB calls out double standard as Kalen DeBoer faces growing doubts. Appeared first on Essentially Sports. Add Essentially Sports as a preferred source by clicking here.